if all you do is treat the symptom, then your problems don't go away. And in farming, we're really production oriented. It's real easy to treat the symptoms. If I see a weed, I spray it. If I see a weed, I mow it. You know, that's a very easy fix. If I see a sick calf, I doctor it. So this is a unfortunate thing that's happened here. This is a first calf heifer. She lost a calf last night. Turn around. Now she don't know how to get back to where she was. She was hunting for that calf, so she came through a couple of fences, a couple of single wires on me. And I got the gap opened up there, but she don't know that. So, I don't know, it's hard to know what the right thing to do is. I saw the calf was sick yesterday. I was gonna bring some medicine over and doctor him today. But I know people that if they see an issue, they stick them. And I have a lot less issues than most people doing it out in a regenerative way out here on the taller grass. But I didn't pull my bulls as early as I should have. And now we all get to learn some hard lessons here. Learn from my mistakes. Don't calve, you know, in December. There she goes. Sometimes the best thing you can do is leave them alone, let them figure it out. She's gonna go to the herd now. I should have doctored that calf sooner, but he didn't really look that sick. But it's cold out and she's a first calf heifer. She probably wasn't milking the best. So to treat the symptom, what I should have done is doctored him sooner. If all you do is treat the symptom, then your problems don't go away. And in farming, we're really production oriented. It's real easy to treat the symptoms. If I see a weed, I spray it. If I see a weed, I mow it. You know, that's a very easy fix. If I see a sick calf, I doctor it. And a lot of times we forget to ask the underlying question. I had a conversation with a landlord or with a potential grazing client the other day, and he said, you know, I want to make sure that you're mowing all the weeds down to protect my cattle's eyes. And I understand that. And I said, you know, everybody worries about weeds, but weeds are nature's doctors. I said, it's the only way that nature has to fix the problems that we create, or the problems that we create with livestock. So I had one paddock there where I had been feeding hay on the last few years, and I bale grazed it pretty hard. And then that's just where we put 400 bales. And so to take those 400 bales and space them around the farm, like I need to be doing, we're gonna tear stuff up. And so I fed, you know, half of them right there the last 3 years in a row. And so I have some weed problems. And I try to unroll them as much as possible. But when you're feeding that much hay, everything gets a little out of balance. And so this year we had quite a bit of weed pressure after we took the cows off. It didn't really come in until August. So I grazed my cows through it, and he drives by that property every day. He's like, hey, you know, he's a little nervous about it, but he's like, you know, after I said that, he's like, yeah, you know, you don't have any weeds on the rest of the property. I said, yeah, I know. I need to do a better job of taking care of that. We pulled the cows off, and we were in a severe drought, and anything that grew back there, I needed to eat it. So it was kind of a special circumstance. But next year, you know, we're not gonna feed any hay on that space this winter. And so next year it should come back and just be beautiful. The nutrition and everything there, the amount of manure that we put on the last few years should be really nice. My goal is to stop feeding hay, you know, have a bale per cow per year reserve, but I wanna solve the problem. And the problem isn't that we get weeds. The problem is that I'm oversaturating the land with organic material and manure and urine. And so those weeds come in to fix the problems. Now they're eyesores, and you have to manage them for your cattle and mainly for the landowner. And I get that. And I want to do that. But once we get the land right, the weeds become non-existent. I mean, they don't become a problem anymore. You don't look out there and be like, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of weeds out there. You look out there and say, yeah, that looks like a natural landscape. So that's what our goal is to work with nature to do what we want. And we have to solve these problems, not just treat the symptoms. So with this cow here, what we're gonna do is this one we should have doctored the calf sooner. As soon as I saw the problem, I've never had scour issues before, so I'm a little new to this. This is my second one that I've lost. The first one was about 2 months ago, and it was a heat stress calf. It was a little too small, probably wasn't gonna make it anyway, but the dehydration wasn't good. Anyway, so I saw the problem. I was gonna treat it today. I wasn't fast enough, which, yes, that's my fault. Also, it would it have lived anyway? I don't know. But I always try to take ownership of it. I should have done something different. But even if I had done something different and been able to save this calf, I shouldn't be calving in December. So we're going to pull the bulls out sooner this time, and that way I don't have to worry about it next year. And you could get in some problems in November too, but these calves, it helps them a lot to have more fat, more energy, especially on these first calf heifers. Tightening up that calving season is something I need to do anyway. And we're finally got our numbers up enough that it's all going to work better if we do this, and it's just time to pull the rug out and get her done. Calving 60 days and solve all these problems. So, I hope that by sharing this, you don't get mad at me because I lost a calf. Yes, it is my fault. I take ownership of it. Also, realizing if you're going to have livestock, you're going to have dead stock, and it really does hurt me to lose these animals, and I don't want to be calloused about it. But the more you have, the more potential you have to lose. And honestly, I've been doing this long enough, and I've seen a lot of dead animals, and I try to do the best I can. I try to learn from issues like this where I saw it was something new. I saw it wasn't feeling good. I was going to treat it. I was a little late, so maybe carrying some medicine with me every day in the truck. I hate doing that for the regenerative side of things. Everybody wants antibiotic free, and I want to create an antibiotic free product, but it looks like to do that, not calving in December will solve my problem, but we have to take care of the animals we have today. So if I see another one, I'm going to doctor it. But next year, we're not calving in December, period. And I hope that you guys can learn from these lessons. That's why I want to share them. It's a hard thing to share that you've failed and lost a calf, but also we need to talk about these things so that you can learn from my experience and my loss, and you don't have to suffer the same fate. So biggest train wreck I ever had was calving in January and February, and so I quit doing that. Now I need to quit December too, and in March we had a big snowstorm, lost a bunch in March one year too. So calving when there's green growing grass is the best thing you could do anyway. Fall calving on Kentucky 31's okay, but I want them to be there in September, October at the latest. And other than that, we're going to take them to spring doing it, and hopefully after the snow comes off. I've seen snow in May, but they have a better chance calving in April. A lot of people say April 15th. I've seen 3 inches of snow on the 1st of May, so I like kind of dropping them. I don't even mind having them in June as much. You get some maggot issues and some heat issues you can, but yeah, most people tell you April 15th to June 15th is probably where you want to be. So I prefer fall calves anyway, so I may tighten that up a little bit, and if something falls out, we'll move them back, and I'll be okay with it. But that's the goal, is calve in sync with nature, avoid the highs and the lows of the colds and the hots, your maggots, your flies, your pink eye in the spring and the summer, and then your colds, freezing, ice, snow, rain, sleet, all this other junk you get in the wintertime. And just generally, we're solar powered. We don't feel good in the wintertime. So anyway, these are valuable experiences. If you guys have some things that you quit doing that have helped you out and made a difference in your quality of life or the quality of life of your animals, let me know, because I think it's valuable to share these things and to learn from each other, and I want to see that in the comments. So also, if you enjoy this content, you learn something from it, like, subscribe, and follow for more. We appreciate you guys.